story while I am resting. All right, said Toad. Let me think of a story to tell you. Toad thought
Opening up the world of stories to readers like Chloe is one of the main goals of the reading camps that the Diocese of Lexington holds around the world every year. Close to home, the reading camp at the Pine Mountain Settlement School also works to build young readers' self-confidence and instill a sense of wonder at life in the mountains of Appalachia.
Oh, you got it.
This one up? Want to get close?
Yeah, closer. Cool.
But first, it's about second and third graders coming to a new place to stay for a week without their parents.
The general flow of camp for the child is that they arrive very nervous, scared to leave mom and dad. They're reticent to read. They're scared of the failure that they've experienced in the classroom and the fact that their peers, their classmates make fun of them for being stupid. And so lots of these children bring that experience with them to camp, and this is one of the first places that they've ever been in a place where they're like everybody else. They're not being made fun of because all the kids are just like them. And so it's about Tuesday, Wednesday when those all that baggage starts to break down and the children really start to open up and participate much more fully in the learning centers. They're not afraid of failing. They'll try to read a sentence that on Monday they would never have, you couldn't have paid them enough to try to read that sentence or read that paragraph. And by Friday, the children are asking if they can bring books with them, can they read when they're on the playground, things that these kids would never have previously asked that they could do.
Sometimes I make a few mistakes and I just go on, but then I get an adult or somebody to come back and read over it with me so they can correct me.
Tell me about what that's like when you know you've read a book all by yourself.
It kind of makes me proud of myself because last year, the year before I came to camp, I couldn't really do that because it was challenging for me and I didn't know a lot of the words.
You realize how much actually 1 week can change someone's life. If they're struggling, if they don't have confidence at home, if they don't have support, that you can give this support for a week and really, make a difference, and that's really fulfilling.
He saw his wife for a whole big round thick button. Oh, said Toad.
It's that promise of change that brought Reed Peterson into the program as a teacher. He says he grew up a mountain boy in North Carolina.
A lot of the fellow classmates of mine in school and all had such a hard time. Very talented people, but they were handicapped all their lives because they didn't learn to read well. And I thought about this when I started learning about reading camp. I thought, well, this is really an opportunity I have to maybe help someone learn to read better, and that could open all kinds of gateways for them for future development.
Whitney Barger, a reading camp counselor, feels the same way, and for her, it's even more personal.
Before I came to reading camp in school, I was making F's in reading, and then now I'm making A's. I think I owe reading camp because they helped me read and learn how to read better, and I think I should help other kids do that too. I think God put me here for a reason, so.
What do you think that reason is?
To help kids and make a difference in my life.
If these children don't have the very basic skill of being able to read, but also believing that they can and believing that they have the power and skills to succeed, then they're not going to make it anywhere. So it's a very powerful tool for breaking the cycle of poverty right at its roots, which has to do very often with education. Many of these children will be the first in their families to graduate from high school.
Frog and Toad went out into the front porch to wait for the bell. They sat there feeling happy there.
For Episcopal News Service, I'm Mary Frances Schonberg.